All right, guys, so I'm really excited about today's video because I'm doing a full transformation, dyeing my friend's hair from black to blonde to red and doing these really cute pigtails. And y'all, stay tuned. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for today because y'all, I have not dyed no one's natural hair in like 4 years, okay? So I'm so used to dyeing weaves and wigs, but dyeing natural hair, that's like a whole nother type of satisfaction. So the products that I have is number one, BW2 bleach powder. Then I have 1 bottle of 30 Developer by Clairol. Then we have 3 bottles of Cherry Red by Adore. All right, so for the long red extensions, I'm gonna try to find those on Amazon for y'all. If I find it, I'm gonna put the link in the description below. But if I can't, I'm sorry. Hopefully I can find it because that hair was $10.99 a pack, y'all, okay? So each pack was like 1 bundle of hair and we used each bundle for each ponytail. So not only was this hairstyle hella cute, it was like hella inexpensive. All right, so my friend Miriam, okay, she is a songwriter, performer, singer, rapper, I mean, everything musical and beyond that for real. But since she's an artist, right, we wanted to find ways to keep her hair, you know, looking fleeky, looking fresh and new for not a lot of money, because being an artist, it's expensive. Like, you always have to look top tier. You always have to change your look to, you know, keep on grabbing people's attention. And getting your hair done with virgin hair can be a lot. All right. So when I come across a red wig, then I'll let her know. And today I told her, listen, just go to the beauty supply store and find some cheap red hair because I promise you I can work with it. And to be honest, beauty supply store pack hair is really stepping its game up. Like back then in high school, I probably would have got a pack of 16-inch Milky Way for what, $15 a pack? Now we literally found 30-inch red hair for $10.99 a pack. Okay, so the game is changing. Okay, but wait, hold on. Let me not speak too fast because Milky Way ain't nothing to play with. Okay, that is some beauty supply store hair that you can actually wash, dry, and reuse. So yeah, they're nothing to play with. This hair, I'm not sure if she's gonna be able to wash it and reuse it. Just because, I don't know, just feeling it. I just don't think so. But hey, I guess I'll ask her. All right, let's talk about what I'm doing. All right, so I'm dyeing her hair from a totally virgin natural state. All right, she has no relaxer, she has no color. The last color I did on her done grew out. It's long gone. So when you are doing a virgin color, all right, you do not get the bleach on the roots at first because the roots sit right next to the scalp and your head emits so much body heat that if you apply the bleach to the roots first, it's gonna shoot up, okay? So your roots are gonna be like platinum blonde and your hair is gonna still be brown and you're gonna be burning. And you're gonna have to rinse it out before the hair actually becomes even all the way around. Now, color is nothing like relaxer, right? It's not gonna burn like a relaxer does. But once your roots turn platinum, they're probably going to over process before the rest of the hair even turns the same color. So once again, make sure you apply the bleach to the hair without getting the roots. And once the hair is pretty much the color that you want it, maybe it needs like maybe 5-10 more minutes, if that, then take that time to apply it to the roots and let everything come together at the same time. All right, so I'm gonna give y'all a tip, okay? One thing that used to irk my soul is when stylists would be bleaching someone's entire head, right? But they wouldn't go on the edges and the perimeter enough. So it's like their whole head will be blonde, and then like the edges or like their sideburns would still be black. So don't be scared to put that bleach all the way up on that hair, okay? Because you don't want to see no black hair in front. That's ratchet. And once again, bleach is not going to burn somebody like perm is. So they're not the same chemical, you know. Bleach is still going to make you itch, you know, still going to make you itch. It might tingle a little bit, but it's not going to be like perm. And by perm, y'all know I mean relaxer. All right, so she's been sitting for about maybe 10 minutes, if that, and the roots are shooting up just as expected. So everything is looking good and even. So I'm gonna probably leave this on for about 5 more minutes, and then we're going to rinse her out. Okay, look at these little Goldilocks. So if you guys so happen to want this to be brighter, like a yellow blonde, then I would completely dry the hair and then add another bleach process. But bleaching hair while the hair is still wet may prevent it from actually lifting as high as it can go. But for the color that we're doing today, which is red, I mean, we don't need to do all that bleaching. You know, that's just unnecessary processing, and that's gonna make her retouches even more difficult because who wants to sit there through 2 processes? So yeah, this color is perfect. So even though the bleaching was the fun part, really the color is like the fun part. So now we are applying the red dye, and I like having more than enough than not enough. So I told her to get 3 bottles of Adore. When I was done, I realized that I probably only needed 2, but hey, I would have rather had more left over than scraping for dye at the end. All right, so the whole head is done, and now we're at the front. Once again, y'all, don't be scared, okay? Get all of those edges. Don't leave no hair untouched, because I have a special way to get that dye off your skin right before we rinse it off. right, this technique can be done with any clarifying shampoo, but one of my favorite clarifying shampoos is Dawn dish soap, okay? So I applied it to the entire perimeter and I'm just massaging it on the skin and kind of mixing it with the dye, because when you rinse the hair out before doing this, the color is going to stain the skin, stain the scalp, and it's gonna look crazy. And not only look crazy, but it's gonna give you a hard time. So you're gonna end up having to take a cotton ball with some alcohol or astringent and trying to rub the color off, and you don't even have to do all that. Y'all, this hairline looks perfect, okay? Perfect. Like, I have no complaints. The scalp is not red. The scalp is still brown. And everything looks nice and just nice. Like, it looks nice. So now it's time for the blowout. So I have some bio silk and I'm going to put a little bit on each section so it's easy to blow dry, nice and silky. And I'm going to show y'all a special technique that I use for blow drying as well. All right, so I take a paddle brush, all right, grab the hair, and I will hold the blow dryer to the hair until it's basically straight, and then get the ends last. So this really eliminates all that hand movement, that hand and arm movement. And I learned this technique really from being tired at the shop. Like, you don't want to use all that arm movement for multiple clients a day. So this really gets the hair straight without having to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth on every single section. Man, y'all don't even know how satisfying this is for me right now. Like, oh my God, I love hair. All right, so now I'm gonna take my flat iron and press her entire head out. And just a small word of advice, something y'all may already know: the better you blow dry your hair, the easier it is to press out. So get you guys a good blow dryer. Like, you can't just have a good flat iron and not have a good blow dryer, because this really makes the process that much easier and that much quicker. And by the way, that bio silk is really doing its job. Like, her hair feels silky, soft, it's light, it's fluffy, and whoever made that product, thank you. Now, y'all know I cannot do a silk press without doing a trim, okay? This is my favorite part. For real. This is my favorite part because I really get scissor happy. Now, not on natural hair, and I'm not finna mess you up, but I love doing trims. Like, y'all can tell I love every single aspect of doing hair. But nah, for real. Like, when I was in hair school, I used to love doing silk presses. I used to love doing relaxers too before I was like against them. But my clients used to tell me like I had growing hands and they used to love me. And that made me feel so good because I can make people aesthetically pleasing, but also like really taking care of their hair and really growing it. All right, lovely. Now it's time to bump it, wrap it, and send her home. I'm just playing. All right, cool. So let's finally get to this style. So I'm doing a zigzag part. We're doing pigtails today, and I'm using a lot of Got To Be spray and the glue. Well, the gel as well. I really love these products, and I used to do ponytails with like beeswax and edge control, and all that does is put a white film on the hair and make it look cakey and crazy. So I realized that using the Got To Be free spray does so much better, makes the hair so much more cleaner, and it just looks way better. And now that I say this out loud, it really makes me upset because I done did so many ponytails in my past where the product was turning white and milky on people's head, and I just wish I knew flat iron the hair and just use hairspray. Like, that would have made my ponytail so much better in the past, but hey, we live and we learn. And I want to give a shout out to my girl Polka, that is a fellow stylist. Her Instagram is hair laid by Polka, and y'all, her ponytails are bomb. All right, and she's the one that put me on game about the Got To Be spray. So I learned a lot from her, and I appreciate that, girl. So thank you. Y'all check her out right now. All right, so the ponytails are looking amazing. All right, so now let's take our Got to Be Glue gel, Got to Be Glue gel, and start molding our baby hair. Also, don't forget, if you guys want the same edge brushes that I'm using right now, head to galaxygirlhair.com. All right, so we got 2 different packs of red hair, but we're only using the one on the right because the one on the left, they did not match her hair, like literally at all. All right, so with my ponytails, I feel like I do everything different. But with my ponytails, I don't use glue, and I'm not using the extended ponytail method where you wrap the weft around a braid and then the base. I'm just wrapping it around the base. And instead of using pins that tend to stick out sometimes, I use thread and needle to attach the weft when I first start wrapping it around. And then I do knots like in between, like maybe like 1 or 2 knots as I'm wrapping it so the tracks don't slide down. All right, cool. So now I'm taking the same thread and needle and I'm making a knot at the very end of the weft and kind of like pulling it through. Like I'm wrapping it and then I'm taking the thread and I'm just doing some circles around the base. So it really don't go nowhere. And don't do it too tight because it's going to probably give your client a migraine. So just keep it, keep it light, but make sure it's nice and secure. All right, now that that's done, let's do the ribbon effect. I take a random piece of hair from the back of the ponytail, wrap it around, and I'm spraying Got to Be spray on it. And at the end, I'm gonna put some gel on it as well and hit it with the dryer. Bitch, it's looking cute. Okay, it's looking cute. First pigtails looking perfect. So let's go ahead and do the second one. All right, so everything is intact, and I'm just gonna comb out the pigtail real quick because, it's acting a little funny, you know what I'm saying, like synthetic hair would, but it doesn't look bad, and this might last her a minute. All right, so I gotta be extra, so I'm adding some rhinestones to the baby hair just for a little bling bling, you know. All done. It's transformation time. You guys, this is the final result and I love it. I love it. So if you guys want to be one of the first people to view my hair tutorials hours before everyone else, join my channel today, all right? So if you're not subscribed already, make sure you go ahead and do that and turn on your notifications, and I will see y'all later.